So I was showing you guys yesterday in the video the vacuum and a brief summary of what's in this box. This was all minus that's not for the vacuum. So the vacuum and all of its attachments and tubes and everything that it's still got, vacuum with all of its components, I should say, and the paperwork that goes with this. It's got the traveling salesman's box here. It's a filter queen, and so this is the video I was going to do about that, which I guess you probably figured out by the title of the video. And I'm going to stop the video here and see if I can get it to focus. I did that yesterday, and it worked. And it worked again. That's great. Alright. So of course you can see the filter queen stuff on the box. First thing we should go through is this folder here. Now I'm going to turn this and set it on the table. So got the different things that you could get for it. The casters on the bottom, which that one has. Suds Queen, it has that. Has all the attachments. It's got the floor polisher, and it's got the hair dryer as well. So, and those didn't come with it for free. They were extra fee. And then this is a reorder form, I assume, for you to order. They got furniture polish and rug shampoo and oil of pine, just different stuff like that. And then here's the back of it. It's got some different stuff here. Shut that thing off so you can hear me better. I already went through these. There's no addresses or anything, so I don't have to worry about that. So first thing we have, turn around here so we're in the light. We have the kind of litho printed thing, and unfortunately it is stuck together. I think probably what happened is it got hot because see, it's a litho down there, it says, and that shiny stuff, the litho part of it, like in the magazines and stuff, when those get wet or humid, they stick together, and this one unfortunately is stuck together. This one is the exact same. This one's like a playing card. But everything else is in really good shape. I don't know what this is. Get extra use from your filter queen with the amazing power polisher, which I have that. Filter queen crown with different attachments and stuff. I don't think I have the thing for the cord, the storage rack for the cord, but I'll have to look at it again. Looking at it from behind me, I don't think I do. But I have the polishers here, which the guy said everything works. He said he used it to clean his car and stuff. Caster set, which mine has. I think mine has about everything. It's got this, the hairdryer thing, and I'll show that to you in a minute. Oh wow. This is a blank sheet with, looks like it has all the accessories and stuff, and then the order form, which is also a envelope, as you can see here. And there's all the different things with their prices, options and prices. So you can pause and read that if you want to. Health-Mor Incorporated, which makes Filter Queen stuff. This might be the same thing. Yeah, this is the same thing. Okay, we have two of those and two lithos. We have the warning paper for the filter, which is the only thing that's crinkled up. It was kind of shoved in there when I pulled it out yesterday, and I tried to flatten it out, and it hasn't really flattened out yet. But these are what the filters look like, and you can pause and read that if you want to. I'll show you that in a minute. That's pretty cool. How to use your Filter Queen. See, this one is a basic model. It doesn't have the crown or the casters on it. Mine does. There's how to put the hose together. This tells you how to take it apart. It's a booklet. It does not unfold. There's all the different pieces and stuff that it has. Based on that, I think it has everything. I'm not even sure what this felt thing is down here, but I do have it. Tells you how to start it and stop it. Things you can do with it. There's why that thing curves. You know, you can turn it and angle it for your best usage. Dusting floors. That's what that felt thing is. Like I said, I have not looked through this, and I'm going to say it's probably from the 60s, and I'm saying that based on the furniture and the kind of background of the houses and stuff, and kind of the lady's dress too. You know, I'm kind of gonna take a guess that it's probably from the 60s, 50s or 60s. I would say. I'm thinking probably 60s though. Waxing linoleum floors is what it's saying there. Shampoo jar, we have that. There's the demother. That's what that other thing is. Okay, so now we know what everything is, so I can tell you what each thing is. And then there's how to replace the filter, which I have some extra filters. This is pretty cool. This is a Filter Queen Model 350. And there's no copyright information on any of these booklets or anything. I can't find a year on when this was made. I have all the paperwork for it, but I can't find when it was made. You can read that if you want to. And there's the steps. It's kind of an owner's guide, it looks like, for taking the filter out. So that's pretty cool. This is probably my favorite piece of paperwork that came with it. Important guarantee registration card and instructions. It's still in the original folder. And you unfold it here. Oh, there's the model number. Filter guarantee and service insurance policy. That is probably my favorite piece of paperwork, I should say, that this came with. I mean, that's just too cool that it still has this thing in its original folder. Actually, it has the folder that all this came in. Fold that guy back up there. I didn't fold that. No, I didn't. Okay. Then we have here Filter Queen Guarantee. Okay, it just tells you what it is. Does not become effective until the enclosed registration card is received, filled out. So I guess they were never worried about its policy because they never sent anything in. I believe that's all that's in there. Yep, that's all that's in there. So we are gonna slide all of our paperwork back in here. this has a crease of where to fold it, and with it being bent, it doesn't want to fold the way it's supposed to. Make sure I fold everything up properly. So that's the first piece of paperwork, and the rest of it I won't be as in-depth with. This triangle thing here is a box of filters. See, it says Filter Queen filters. Tells you, it looks like it tells you how to put them in there. There's the back of it. It surely wouldn't have came through the mail. Just in this funny shaped box, but I guess it could have. There, you can read that if you want to. And it actually still has a folder. Ooh, and more paperwork. Looks like how to change it there. I'm having some trouble getting this back in here because I don't want to fold anything up. That would be bad. Alright. And then this just folds in, and then it goes in like that. Pull out, flap, to open. So that's pretty cool. We have a newer folder full of new filters, and other than just looking at it and telling that it's a lot newer, it has a .com down here, so you can tell that's newer, but those are the correct filters for this vacuum, as you can see the picture of it there. Oh, okay, that's the bottomless box. It's just kind of there. I'll show you that in a minute. This is that film floor duster that I was showing you guys in the book. This here has probably never even been pulled out of that box, but this is the Filter Queen Power Polisher. I'm trying to stay out of the light here. Working right under a light here. This is for this vacuum. As you can see the vacuum there. Looks like they did some math there, probably on adding up all the options that came with this thing. This was $39.95, whatever this option is, well, the Power Floor Polisher. It's got the model number 70, and this little paper here, is there anything on the bottom? Just Health-Mor, not faded out or anything like the rest of the box, or not this box, but the rest of the bigger box. Right, it opens the same way. It's got that little thing that you twist, and then we're gonna put you back on the table here, and I'm gonna scoot that forward. We're gonna take a look at this. This looks like a handle for something. It screws into something. This says, take it easy with your power polisher. Got to be careful you don't rip these things. They're very old, and they probably have not been unfolded in quite a long time, if ever. I say if ever because I'm basing it on how everything looks. You can use it on your car. Yeah, I'm going to say probably from the 50s or 60s. Probably 50s based on that car. That looks like maybe a Rambler or something, which would probably be late 50s, early 60s. Then the style of the countertops is another indication. It's probably late 50s. She's polishing the countertops. Looks like bathroom tile. This says polish the woodwork. The floor, it looks like. Oh, this is how to wax, polish, and buff. Okay. And then you flip it over here. Oh. See, this is an option I don't think we have, unless it goes on the bottom of that, is this drill here. It must go on the bottom of this attachment here. And that is what this little wooden thing is for. So it's also a drill and a sander, apparently. That is crazy. And a filer. It drills, it sands, it grinds. I guess I can just read you what this says, because it's making more sense than what I'm telling you. And then this, I guess, shows you how to attach it, put everything together. And it's so old it kind of just folds up on its own. Well, here we have the little polisher that goes on there. It's about dried out. It's a piece of leather, like sheep's fur or alpaca fur or something. And it should have 3. It's missing one. It's got 2 of the 3 little snap-on things that it should have. Oh, it's got the floor polisher on there. Hopefully it didn't come out on me here. The Power Polisher by Filter Queen. Now this is a big piece of cast metal, so it's pretty heavy. It's still got the rubber ring that goes around it here. It's a little coming off in some places, and then here is, it still spins around, so it's not stuck. And then this is the soft pad that's on it, and then the scrubber, that the floor scrubber goes on top of this brush, and the way to pull this off is these little canvas snaps here, which are the same type of snaps that's on this polisher here. That goes, well, those snap on the top of this polisher, and then when you go to take it off, probably this switch here releases it, and then you can unsnap that. Lay that down carefully on my table here. That looks like that's it. So we didn't get our drills. Nope. Alright, so we didn't get our drills or anything that it says that it would have came with originally, but other than that, I mean, everything's there. If everything works, I reckon you could probably use it. I don't know if I would recommend using it, but you could if you had to. Put everything back in here. I think that's all that was in there. Right, and the reason I brought this closer is so you can kind of see what all's going on here, and I'll get down so I'm hopefully not going to block the light too much here. You have this plastic brush here that goes with something or other. It goes with the, obviously it goes with the vacuum, but I don't know how it attaches. This is the dried up old rubber thing that they were showing that you could do your hair with. There's the ring where it attaches to the vacuum, and then it comes out of this rubber thing here, and it you know, you can do your hair with it or whatever. Now, I'm not going to take it out because this is very brittle, but I am going to open it up. If something starts tearing or disintegrating on it, I will stop messing with it immediately, because I definitely don't want to tear this. So the lights are a little intense, but I brought some lights because I decided it was kind of dark. This has some paper in it here, and I want to see what it says. I'm not going to pull the hair thing out, but it is in there. I'm going to set these here. And our golden ticket here, what's it say? Extra filter and control washer. We got another something here. Filtered air hairdryer. And I'll angle that the best I can so you can pause and read that if you want to. There's still no copyright dates, so I don't know exactly when this is from. Air control washer is what this says. I'm going to angle that light away from me. Well, it's too dark without it, and it's too bright with it. This has nothing on it. So I'll slide all that stuff back in here. It's been out before, obviously, because those white tags probably were on the stuff that is in here. But like I said, I'm not going to take it out because the kind of clear plastic that this little baggy thing is made out of is pretty old, and I don't want to tear it up by opening it. So we can turn our lights back toward us here. Something else here I'm about to dump on the floor, I think. We have health facts. What is this here? Oh, this is the Filter Queen vibrator. There you go. It was $12.95 as an option. There's the directions on how to use this. The other light isn't doing anything. I have a light on this side, and you can't see my finger. Got a light on this side and a light on this side. The light on this side is on. You can't see it though, so the other light is stupidly bright. But there's the directions if you want to read how this thing operates. I'd say this end has gotten wet before. It's kind of oxidized a little bit, and then the thing itself is kind of rusty. But this part goes onto the vacuum, and then this part, of course, is the vibrator part. Put that back in its little box there. It just barely fits in that box. Put that back in a second. What did we figure out that this thing was? It's still, look how old that decal is. Filter Queen. It surely doesn't have anything still. Look how clean that is. Still got the little soft seal around there. No, there's nothing in here. This isn't the soap thing though. What's this do? Press this and no. Oh, it opens up this flapper that's in there. See a little chrome thing in the center? This opens that up. So this, I'm not real sure how it works. It doesn't have I don't know if it had a box originally or not, but it doesn't. And then the jar here. The jar actually doesn't say Filter Queen anywhere on it. So it's hard telling if that's the original jar or not. I kind of would assume it is, based on the fact that everything else is the same. But this is the soap. Well, I don't remember what they called it. The soap thing. I hate to call it a soap thing. That sounds kind of dumb. It says Filter Queen though, right there. You can see this plastic is pretty brittle too. I mean, I wouldn't advise using any of this. But I just bought it because I thought it was cool that it was all still there. Give that a little bit of a turn so that it doesn't come off in my hand. And what's this? There's the missing snap button for the floor polisher, that little triangular thing. There's the missing snapper for that, so we do have it. It just needs sewed back on. And all that stuff I just pulled out came in this little shell here. They're not actually in a box. Obviously this has a box, and this has to go in there like that. And I assume probably the rest of this stuff had a box too, based on the fact that everything has a box. Everything just goes in there a certain way though, or else it doesn't fit. And then this goes in like that. Sorry guys. This goes in there like that and probably keeps that glass thing from banging into the metal. I forget what this was. We figured it out in that book. Then we have the brush here that I don't know how this works or what it attaches to. It may attach to the back of this. Yeah, that's what it is. It's an extra one of these that goes on the back. That's what that is. We have some extra parts there, and then the polisher thing. I assume how that operates is it might snap on there. It may not snap onto this, but it snaps onto one of those other attachments there. That's gonna fall down. No, it's not. Okay, so it probably doesn't snap onto that, but it snaps onto something on there. I think. I don't know. Alright, and then I'm gonna start putting everything else back in the box here. I had that turned so that was at least a little bit supported. So good housekeeping. Underwater laboratories. I read that one. Commended by the Consumer Service Bureau of Parents Magazine. I don't know why I can't read today. Parents Magazine. As advertised therein. And then this this is who makes filters. Put our extra filters in there. Put our original extra filters in there. Put our folder full of amazing paperwork back in there. Oh, we were going to figure out what that metal thing was. There's the floor polisher. I don't want to pull everything out. Where's that black and white book? We're going to figure out what that was. Well, there it is. We're going to figure it out here at some point. Alright, we saw the shampooing rug thing. Here. This is, oh, it's a demother. Wow. You know, to like, instead of mothballs, you just demoth the clothes. Like she's in the closet there doing that. Alright. And that goes in there like that. I'm looking a little tall here. I think these filters slide over. And I think that also goes like that. With the whole kit here, everything just barely fits in the box. And make sure our side flaps actually go in the box here. And so there's your traveling salesman's kit for the vacuum. Now we'll move on to the vacuum itself. I didn't mention it, but I did put the flap for the polisher back in there. I didn't say anything about it. We're getting tripped up on the cord here. So there's the vacuum with the casters that sound like they need oiled because they're not spinning around right. So here's the extra hose. Move everything out of the way here. Nothing has a hole in it. Some of the rubber fittings that go around the pipes are kind of dry rotted. Yeah, like this one's split. But, I mean, for the most part, it's there. Yeah, I think these wheels, caster wheels, need oiled. Let's untangle everything. Since it's not doing what I want it to do here when we're untying it. Alright, so do not operate with, probably without a filter. Without patented cellulose filter. Alright, and then on the top here, it says Filter Queen. We have our, oh, that's really, really soft. We have our little bristle brush here. Everything says Filter Queen on it. It says Filter Queen back there too. Got the narrow little hose attachment that all vacuums have. Of course, all of them I think have these too. Then this is the elongated brush they were talking about. Those are pretty stiff bristles. Oh, there you go. That felt thing that I wasn't sure how it snapped on. I bet that attaches to this. I may be wrong, but I bet that's what it does. And then I guess we do have the things for the cord to snap into. I'm not sure what goes on here. Maybe the cord rack that they were showing and it just isn't there anymore. And I'm not sure what this is either. But oh, this is the on-off button. It's got to be plugged in first, though. There's no other decals on it anywhere. That's there you go. I was like, okay, I know what that does. I just can't get it to do what it does. brand new filter in there. I don't want to set that down. Brand new filter. My case is magnetic and it's sticking to the chair I have it sitting on, so I'm having some trouble here. All right, let's do the magic here. Look how wide the end of this thing is. Seems like I don't know why it flares out on the sides here. That doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm going to go plug it in over here. Well, it didn't electrocute me, so far it's working. Pardon my arm that I just stuck in your face there. Maybe that's... You gotta push the button down all the way. I was pushing it down about halfway. That's got a lot of suction to it for an old vacuum. That is awesome that works. That is amazing and awesome. Alright. Well, I'm happy. My vacuum works. It's pretty quiet too, it's not super loud. So, that's good. And I've got plenty of filters. I've got a box and a whole folder full of filters there. And I've got most of the attachments. These attachments you can use without tearing anything up. I kind of want to pull this out and just see. I'm not going to use it on anything, but we can see if it works. Now, I didn't read the instructions on it, and I don't know anything about this thing, so even if this thing does work, it's going to take me a minute to figure out how to put it on. It probably says in this booklet. I'm going to put that snap back in there instead of just putting it in the box. There we go. It looks like it might snap onto one of these extra hoses here. Not that one. That one goes in the vacuum. I think these have the same... These have the same end on them. It's just that the brown one, the rubber isn't dry rotted on, I believe. There you go. It just got a little slot that it goes in. Alright, I'm still plugged into the wall here, so I can't go too far. But let's see how this thing works. It spins around, it doesn't work very well. I'm trying to look at how it comes out of there. Because it obviously comes out of there. Just got to figure out how. I don't know. Alright, so the floor polisher may or may not work. It didn't look like it worked, but I can't get this switch here to move. And I'm not real concerned about if this works or not because I'm not going to use it. It's going to take me a minute. Oh, there you go. Can you see that pin in there? Kind of. There's that pin. You push that down, and that lets this come apart. There's a slot in this metal hose here. I was thinking, looking at the, I'm going to talk while I put this box back in. I was thinking the traveling salesman would be at your house forever demonstrating everything this vacuum does. I mean, you know, reading the booklets and everything. And the box, well, no wonder that light's not working. I can count the individual LED lights in there. It's about dead. It's not anything like that one. So I was looking at this thing that says tan here. I assume that means tan vacuum. I don't know. This vacuum is pink. It's a grayish pink color, which was a very popular color back in the day. And the hose over there, the extra hose is brown, so maybe they called that tan, I don't know. But we know it works, and it has all the attachments that I would need for it to be a vacuum. So I'm happy. I guess I can unplug it now. That looks funny, that wide plug. And I'll roll up the cord later. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a pretty long one, but there's a lot of options that go into that vacuum. So like, comment, subscribe for more. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video. If you actually read the box on this thing, it massages, it apparently shakes the hose and massages your arms or your body or whatever. So that's what this is. I had no idea what it was, but if you actually read the box, it tells you what it is. I'm having a heck of a time because I don't want to mash anything in here, you know, because it's all cardboard stuff. There, it finally just jumped down in there. I'll fix that in a minute.